Hi, and welcome to Marsha's Mush and Stuff. Today we are going to get crafty and participate in the What Would You Make Challenge, hosted by Zaina over at OK at Home DIY, and our special co-host is Evie from Sweet Little Home. I will have both ladies listed in my description box below so that you can find them, as well as the playlist where you're going to find tons of other inspiration. With all that said, I am also the co-host, and I will have myself linked in the bottom as well. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting and let's get to it. So no further chit chat needed. Here we go. DIY number one. We're going to take the shadow box that I had picked up from the Dollar General. I removed the paper that was previously on there using a damp washcloth. We're also going to take our paints and mix them. These came from plaid.com, which I am an affiliate with them, so I will have them linked in my description box as well. We're going to mix some paint, you guys. So we're going to mute this orange down to match my decor and what my Halloween decorations look like. And we're going to be making a pumpkin today out of this little shadow box. And that was acrylic paint from Folk Art. And this is Home Decor chalk paint. But like I said, they're both plaid products from plaid.com, which I will have listed below. We're going to mix this up and we're going to mute that orange down so it's not so bright. And I mix this really good because you definitely want to mix it up well. Add a little more. I just kind of go in, sections, if you will, until my eyes are happy with it and what it looks like. So added a bit more orange, decided that was too much, needed to add a little more white, got that all added and mixed that up really well, and then paint that on front and sides of this because again, we're making a pumpkin and I love this color. Excuse me. I absolutely love the color of this and how it turned out. I think it really, really does match. And I say this all the time, but it's so true. It does match my decor and what my style is, which is rustic farmhouse. And after that dries, we're going to grab one of our wood stems here that I've had in my craft stash. I cannot find these at my Dollar Tree. Let me know in the comments. Are you able to still find these? We're just going to attach that with a little bit of hot glue after we sand this down just to give it a light distressing. And that's what it looks like after it's dry. And then taking our wood tint and water, we're going to stain that little wood stem. And that's what they're called actually, but the water and the wood tint just give it a nice light coating. It doesn't get too dark. If I had just added the wood tint, it would have gotten a bit too dark, I think. So just lightly stain this again just by mixing it with water and added that with a bit of hot glue to the top. I even took a buffalo check bow that I had and I hot glued that to the base of the stem, and that's what it looks like. And let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. Would you have added words to this or would you have left it the way it is? Would love to hear your thoughts and your comments. They definitely mean a lot to me. And moving on to DIY number two, we're going to take our tumbling tower blocks. We're going to use 2 boxes of the small ones. This also from the Dollar Tree. And you could use 1 big box as well. And lots of hot glue, my friends. And go ahead and get your pattern started and then just add a bead of glue and attach that straight to the glass face. We're going to make a candle holder. Now, I could have stained this prior to doing this DIY, but I really was digging the natural wood tint here. And so I chose to leave it the way that it was. And I can always change it out. I can even paint it or spray paint it if I decide to. But just keep going up this in a little pattern as you see here. And halfway through, I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm completely through. I actually have a great idea for this as well. But for right now, we're just going to make our candle holder. So that's halfway, that's all the way. I did have to reposition some of the bottom pieces, but they look even better now. And I wish I had left a little bit of water spaces in the crevices, but that's okay. There's still light that peeks out, and that is perfect. You could also use this as a catch-all. You could put a plant in there. There's so many things that you can do. But what I chose to do was stick a candle down in there. I love the glow of it at nighttime. It's beautiful. And again, it's rustic and it matches what my decor, my decorations look like in my home. And so there's that one, and here's what it looks like lit up. And this is one of the LED candles from Dollar Tree as well. And I love that cool light that it gives. And see how it peeks out the little crevices there. Absolutely love that, and love the pattern that it gave too. Moving on to DIY number 3, we're going to take a wood round, and we're going to take our acrylic paint from Apple Barrel, and we're going to section this off with our painter's tape from Dollar Tree, and section it off in the center. And then we're going to paint the bottom half black and the top portion white. I do end up repositioning this tape onto the black part when it dries. And I did do 2 coats of the black and 3 coats of the white, because the black is the chalk paint from Dollar Tree, which I'm super impressed by. It gives good coverage. It dries fast. I really do like this paint. It's really good paint for $1. So go ahead and just paint that on your bottom portion, and then using a different paintbrush, and I just kind of drizzled it onto the wood round itself, the Apple Barrel paint and that comes from Walmart, which is only 50 cents, which is a great deal. I drizzled that onto the top part, which you'll see here in a second. Give that 2 full good coats. We don't want any raw wood showing on this one. And here's where I drizzle it on, the white onto it, and then paint that as well. And like I said, you see that painter's tape in the middle. When I pulled that up, you could see raw wood. So I ended up using another piece of painter's tape and taped it to the edge of the black. So now 3/4 of it is white and 1/4 is black. And that's what you will see in the final reveal. And don't forget to subscribe, give a big thumbs up, check out the description box where you're going to find tons of inspiration in today's playlist, the What Would You Make challenge, hosted monthly by myself and Zaina over at OK at Home DIY, and our special co-host this month, Evie from Sweet Little Home. And thank you to Evie for guest hosting and showing you what you can do with these wall decals besides using them on your wall. This was one big piece, so we're going to cut it underneath the happy part, and that's what I show you. Well, I didn't get to show you the cutting process, which you all know how to cut, so just apply that down and then put the other one on. You could leave it like that. You paint it the colors and you use the wall decal that you like. Just giving you some options here. And then we're going to seal this down with Mod Podge. And again, I drizzled that on, and that way the wall decal will not peel up and I don't have to worry about it. Now, I have made one of these before using an old clock, but I made this one for my daughter because we liked it so well. And this is what it looks like on the wall, and I could not be happier with how it looks. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's my favorite DIY of today. And let me know in the comments, what was your favorite? And moving on to DIY number 4, some call it chaos, we call it family DIY. Using a piece of scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, and this came from the Dollar Tree. It said, "This kitchen is seasoned with love." Removed that piece of paper, kept the glass in the frame, and we're going to cut that piece of scrapbook paper down to size. Not exactly a wood DIY, but I wanted to include this and show you how you can step up those items from the Dollar Tree, those average everyday items. You can truly step them up just by using a simple piece of scrapbook paper. So we're going to cut that out after we traced it. Couldn't find my paper cutter at the time, but that's okay. It turned out well. I'm happy with the end result, and my daughter likes it, and that's what's important, especially when you're crafting. And so go ahead and attach that to what will be the back of your frame. I did take that metal piece off too and reattach that using E6000 glue for a more permanent hold, and using a jumbo glue stick, apply that piece of scrapbook paper down and then reassemble the frame, my friend. It is as easy as that. Doesn't get much easier than this DIY. You can use a credit card or just smooth it down with your hand, but I chose to use my Cricut tool, reassemble that picture frame, and then I'm going to add my Cricut wording. You can use rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree as well. But again, just wanted to show you how you can step it up. That already looks so much better to me. And then love what this says. My daughter loves what this says. And it's currently hanging in her living room as we speak. So bear with me here. Go ahead and get that down, and presto magic, we're going to apply our lettering and make sure you get it as straight as you can. Nothing's perfect in the crafting world. And then just press that down. I think you all know how to do this part. I was having a little bit of problem getting my letters to stick, so I don't show you the whole process. So no worries. And then I peeled this up to reveal the final result and what it looks like. And again, I think this is beautiful. Added the words to the glass part of the frame, the outside of the frame, if you will. Go ahead and pull that up, and you are done. Again, a very simple, easy DIY, but it packs a punch. And again, let me know which one you like the best. I would definitely love to hear. I thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to go down to my description box, check out that playlist, and thank you to each and every one of you. I appreciate all of you watching today, and to everyone who participated today, thank you as well. And until the next time, I will see you then.